Thanks, Mike. Major League Baseball is off and running with teams starting up their spring training seasons in Arizona and Florida. Spring training consists of two separate leagues, the Cactus League in Arizona and the Grapefruit League in Florida, each league consisting of 15 teams. Franklin Pierce baseball assistant coach Michael Chambers has this to say about this year's spring training. Spring training is great for families to get out there and catch some professional baseball at a reasonable price. As for the players, it's competitive because you're playing for your spot in the upcoming season, especially the younger guys. The 2015 Major League Baseball regular season will begin on Sunday, April 5th, with the St. Louis Cardinals visiting the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley Field. Franklin Pierce Sr. Connor Gleason was named Northeast 10 Co-Pitcher of the Week yesterday after a dominating performance on Sunday afternoon. Gleason took the ball as the Ravens starting pitcher on Senior Day and tossed 7.2 innings while striking out 12 and surrendering no runs in part of a 4-0 victory over Assumption. It was an awesome feeling to take the ball on Senior Day and pitch well. The award is just a bonus. Hopefully I can continue to give this team big innings in the playoffs, said Gleason. Gleason was named first team All-Northeast 10 last season and led the country in fewest hits allowed per 9 innings as he saved his best outing of 2015 for the team's final home game. He is currently 2-0 on the season with a 4.99 ERA. Franklin Pierce is currently the top-ranked team in the nation and has 4 regular season games remaining. They'll travel to Manchester to take on St. Anselm's this evening.
The Franklin Pierce women's golf team wrapped up a successful first season by finishing second place at the Northeast 10 Championships. The Ravens' success came with a roster consisting of only freshmen.
But it's definitely different, especially playing with like seniors. Mm-hmm. And I mean, like, it never really intimidated me because as a golfer, it doesn't really matter about how old you are or like your size or anything, which is great because I'm only 5 feet tall. So it's interesting walking up to the first tee and seeing like a 6'3" like senior, and then walking up as a 5 foot freshman, and I can hit it as far as she does. Yeah. So like it's definitely hard being an all freshman team, and it's like surprising when we walk on and we like tell the girls, oh yeah, we're an all freshman team. And they go, really?
The young Ravens squad finished as runner-ups at the conference tournament to Merrimack College, who won the event with a total of 663 strokes. The Ravens finished with 694 strokes. Lemoyne College and Southern New Hampshire University finished second and third, rounding out the field of 4 teams. Jessica Wagner and Jacqueline Drew from Merrimack had the 2 best individual scores over the course of the 2-day tournament. Camden Morrison was the top-placing Franklin Pierce player, finishing tied for third. All 5 Ravens who competed finished in the top 20.
Being all 5 freshmen, like I have tournament experience from like past tournaments that I played during like my high school, and I know a couple other girls on my team do too. But like going down as an all freshman team, we don't have any college experience, and the college atmosphere is a little different. We're like allowed to talk to our coaches, which is really odd for a lot of people because like on golf you're not really supposed to talk to anybody but your caddy.
In their inaugural season, the Ravens had 4 top 3 finishes on the year, including a win at Timber Banks in New York. With a successful first season in the books, the Ravens have high hopes for the future of the program.
Golf is just crazy. Like you'll be on the course like going to make a putt and your hands are shaking and you like can't focus, and then like you think, all right, I just need to get my cool, and like you watch that in these older girls, and like I play with like older women at home and I can see that in them. So golf's definitely one of those sports where you can sit there and watch somebody and really learn.
New England has experienced one of the worst winters in United States history. With Winter Storm Juno, average snow gusts reached up to 80 miles an hour, with snow topping 35 inches. People are really starting to feel the effects. 2 years ago, Winter Storm Nemo toppled the Athletic and Activity Center, the Bubble. According to meteorologists, Nemo was a historic storm, with the storm reaching accumulation records in most of the region. With the severity of this winter, attention has now been turned back to the bubble, and if another collapse is possible.
I think we're a little bit more comfortable with this because of the reinforcing that went on as it attached to the clubhouse itself. I think we're a little bit more comfortable with that. It's been a challenging winter already, but it seems to have held up very well to the 3 or 4 storms we've had in the last 2 weeks here.
Am I more confident? Yes, for a wide variety of reasons. This bubble First of all, it's new, of course, and new, doesn't have the age and wear on it. It's taller, and a taller bubble means a steeper bubble, and a steeper bubble means the snow will shed easier. And we've made some other changes. We've changed out our snow crew who does the maintenance around the building, and we've been very on top of them to make sure that they are following our instructions very clearly as to how we want things done, and that's resulted in no issues this year.
While Franklin Pierce is taking precautions to stop another collapse, the collapse 2 years ago took a substantial planning and construction process to rebuild the facility. At an estimated cost of over $2 million, we spoke to the director of purchasing and Franklin Pierce to gain insight into the process.
Yeah, once the bubble went down, we had a meeting with probably about 4 or 5 people that got together, and we put a task group together to see what we were going to need to purchase, how quickly we could purchase it, what the issues were with the bubble, did it have to be replaced.
The collapse affected hundreds of students on campus who count on the bubble every single day.
It was pretty tough, right in the middle of a busy season with community members and athletic teams coming in, so we had to adjust to that. Teams had to find other places to go and play, and we actually lost a lot of money because of it, and because community members couldn't actually fulfill their memberships. It was tough. We didn't actually have a place to work, so we would just use the clubhouse upstairs, and if people still wanted to use that, they could, but another part of working here was having to come here and shovel off the snow so that they could try and save as much as they could, but there wasn't much to be salvaged.
Since I couldn't work out in the bubble, I had to do like ab stuff in my room. I did some Insanity, and I know like a couple of people ran outside even though it was like really cold out, so it was not okay for them.
With this winter already well underway, we were able to learn more on the preventive methods used to stop a future collapse.
The cable support structure around the clubhouse section has changed significantly from the old bubble. It's reinforced more on the corners of where it attaches from the bubble itself to the block building, the clubhouse part of the bubble. It's reinforced there. That's is the weak link in the entire bubble anyway, where it attaches to the block building. So they reinforce the fabric there and the cable support structure in that location.
While the facilities department is taking steps to prevent another collapse, the winter storms continue to roll in. With over 40 million people affected by storms in the U.S. Northeast, the only hope is that the rest of the season is easier on Franklin Pierce University and all of New England.